The film begins with a view of an artificial satellite. A company was conducting an experiment on a spaceship there, using a mouse as the test subject. However, something goes wrong during the experiment. The test mouse becomes incredibly powerful, starts destroying everything, and kills many scientists. Only one scientist survives. That scientist informs the company's owner, Claire, that the experiment has failed, everyone is dead except for her, and she requests that Claire open the door so she can escape. But Claire is ruthless. She agrees to open the door on one condition: the scientist must bring her the sample of the virus being tested. If she retrieves the sample, Claire will open the door. Desperate to save her life, the scientist manages to secure 3 boxes of the virus. True to her word, Claire opens the door, and the scientist boards another spaceship. She discovers that the small mouse has mutated into a giant one. A massive explosion rocks the spaceship. As the scientist is returning to Earth in the spaceship, it crashes. In the next scene, we are introduced to Davis, a former military soldier now working as an officer. His job is to care for gorillas, with whom he has a very friendly relationship. He treats them exceptionally well. Among them is a rare white gorilla, which Davis loves the most. They are very close and seem to communicate. The white gorilla is highly intelligent, understanding Davis's commands and always obeying them. We then see the crashed spaceship. The boxes containing the virus samples scatter across different locations. One lands near the white gorilla, one falls into a river, and another in a forest. A wolf inhales the virus in the forest, and the white gorilla inhales the virus near its enclosure. Shortly after inhaling it, the white gorilla begins to undergo strange changes. When Davis arrives, he realizes something is wrong. The white gorilla has killed another gorilla and is covered in injuries and scars. It also appears larger than its normal size. Davis notices that the gorilla is no longer obeying his commands and is behaving erratically. Davis goes to investigate the nearby forest and finds one of the virus boxes. He senses something is amiss and begins to analyze the situation, wondering where the virus came from. Meanwhile, company owner Claire and her brother learn that their spaceship has crashed. Claire's brother is distraught, but Claire, being clever and unscrupulous, isn't sad. She notes that while the spaceship crashed, the virus samples are now scattered throughout the forest. She insists they must retrieve them before anyone else does and sends her officers to search the nearby forests and areas. A female doctor, who is also a scientist for the company, hears the news about the crashed spaceship and becomes upset. She heads for the city. Davis takes the white gorilla to a hospital for examination to find out what happened to it. The female doctor/scientist arrives and informs Davis that the white gorilla's DNA is changing rapidly due to the virus in its system. Davis is skeptical, but the doctor explains that the virus was created by combining the traits of 4 or 5 powerful animals. Any animal that inhales it gains the abilities of those animals. Davis starts to believe her when he sees the white gorilla growing in size. Suddenly, the white gorilla becomes agitated and rampages through the hospital, breaking out and running away. Davis chases after it, trying to stop it, but the gorilla no longer obeys him as it once did. The military arrives and attempts to subdue the gorilla with a tranquilizer dart. Davis tries to stop them, but the military ignores him and injects the gorilla, rendering it unconscious. Meanwhile, Claire has sent her team to find the animals that inhaled the virus. From their office, Claire and her brother observe everything. They identify a wolf that has inhaled the virus and has now grown enormous, evident from its large, deep footprints. Claire's team, though frightened, bravely confronts the wolf. However, the wolf has become so powerful that it kills everyone. A rescue helicopter arrives, but the wolf attacks it as well, leaping onto a mountain from the helicopter. A senior military agent arrests Davis. The unconscious white gorilla is being transported by helicopter. Davis requests to accompany them, and the agent agrees, also bringing the female doctor along. The agent informs them that a wolf is in a similar condition to the white gorilla and reveals that the company the female doctor works for is responsible for the entire situation. Claire's brother informs her that the military is taking the virus-infected animals. Hearing this, Claire takes her brother to the building's rooftop and shows him a radiation technology tower. She explains that it will emit radiation to attract the infected animals. She activates the radiation. The wolf immediately starts running towards the radiation source. Movement is also detected in the river, unknown to everyone. A crocodile had inhaled the virus that fell into the river and is also moving towards the radiation. The radiation also affects the sedated white gorilla, which becomes aggressive and breaks free, causing destruction. Davis is confused, but the female doctor deduces that the radiation is attracting the infected animals. The white gorilla destroys the plane it was on, killing everyone except Davis, the female doctor, and the agent. Davis saves the agent's life, and the three parachute to safety. The plane crashes, and the white gorilla escapes. The three survivors regroup. The agent tries to contact the military. Davis is upset, worried about his friend, the white gorilla, and angry at the female doctor because her company caused this. The female doctor explains that she is not to blame. Claire blackmailed her, threatening to kill her brother if she didn't comply. Even though she cooperated, Claire still killed her brother. However, the doctor reveals she has developed a vaccine for the virus, which is in a city lab. They need to get it to save the white gorilla. Hearing this, Davis agrees to go with her. Meanwhile, the military arrives at Claire's office, suspecting her of conducting illegal experiments. They search the lab but find nothing. Claire and her brother attempt to flee with their packed belongings. The military finds the agent, Davis, and the female doctor and takes them to a military unit. They show them video footage of the wolf destroying the city. The female doctor tells them the animals are heading for the radiation tower, but the military refuses to believe them and arrests them. The agent tries to vouch for them, but the military issues arrest orders. The female doctor urges Davis to reach the lab quickly before the animals destroy the city. Davis and the agent manage to steal a military helicopter and escape, thanking the agent who helped them. The military deploys its full force to kill the white gorilla and the wolf, but their attacks are ineffective. They also sense something in the river, still unaware of the third animal, the crocodile. The white gorilla and the wolf have devastated the city and are heading towards the radiation tower. Davis sees a massive, dangerous crocodile emerge from the river. The military engages all three animals, but shooting and bombing have no effect. The animals are now superpowered. The female doctor tells Davis they must go to the lab for the vaccine. They find it, and she explains that Claire plans to capture all three animals to create a weapon to rule the world. Once she succeeds, she will flee the country. Claire and her brother are indeed preparing to escape when Claire discovers the female doctor in her lab, attempting to steal the vaccine. As Davis and the doctor try to escape with the vaccine, Claire confronts them at gunpoint, takes the vaccine back, shoots Davis, and takes the female doctor prisoner. Davis, however, is still alive. Claire takes the female doctor with her to use as a bargaining chip. Meanwhile, the white gorilla reaches the rooftop. The radiation enrages it, and it begins breaking the radiation tower, causing the entire building to shake. Davis arrives, saves the female doctor, and Claire's brother, terrified, abandons his sister. Davis and the female doctor devise a plan. They had secretly hidden a vaccine dose, which they slip into Claire's bag before hiding. The enraged, out-of-control white gorilla grabs Claire and puts her in its mouth, swallowing her and the vaccine in her bag. Davis asks the female doctor how long the vaccine takes to work. She says at least 10 minutes. Claire's brother tries to flee but is caught by the agent, who seizes all documents related to the vaccine. The crocodile also reaches the radiation tower. The building shakes, on the verge of collapse. Davis and the female doctor use a military helicopter to escape. The three animals collectively bring down the radiation tower, causing the entire building to collapse. The white gorilla begins to revert to its original state. Davis tries to communicate with it, thinking it's normal, but it's not fully recovered yet. Davis is happy to see it returning to normal. The problem remains that the other two animals are still powerful and destroying the city. The gorilla and Davis plan to kill them. They attack, but the crocodile proves very powerful. The wolf appears, and the crocodile devours it. Then the gorilla and Davis focus on the crocodile. The crocodile is stronger than the gorilla and inflicts heavy damage. Davis shoots the crocodile, gradually weakening it. The gorilla rams a rod into the crocodile's eye, killing it. However, the gorilla is also severely injured and appears to die. Davis is heartbroken, believing his best friend is dead. He holds the gorilla's hand, thinking it sacrificed itself to save people. He is overwhelmed with sadness. The female doctor and the agent arrive. Davis then notices the gorilla's hand twitch, indicating it's still alive. Davis looks at the gorilla and asks if it's pretending to be dead and was just testing him. Hearing this, the gorilla opens its eyes and smiles. It asks Davis if he was crying when he thought it was dead, to which Davis replies, "Not at all." The movie ends on this happy note. Thank you for watching.